All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Arethian Nights. I am your humble yet borderline malicious dungeon master, and I am here to guide my lovely people here through a wonderful adventure in the world of Aretha. Let me see, are there any announcements from me? Obviously, make sure to tune in tomorrow night where we will be exploring the finale of season 1 of The Price of Power, where our vampires will get to discover and to make decisions that may lead to great power or death. Usually the second one. Honestly, it's usually the second one. But there will also be a new project which you should be hearing about in the next week. So keep an eye on that one because I'm super excited to share that story with you all. And I believe that's all my announcements, which means we're going to start by letting these wonderful people introduce themselves, and we will start with Sir Monolith.
Hi, yeah, I'm playing Axel, Axel Foley Moon Whisper, and we are going to be having some fun tonight, figuring out if we can get this caravan to safety. You can find me at Sir Monolith on the Twitters, and you can also find me on Mondays on the Price of Power for, I think we have our last game coming up tomorrow for this season. Is that right, Ree? Or okay, so tomorrow's the finale, so definitely don't want to miss that. Check it out. It's the same time as this one. And then other than that, it's Blood on the Bayou on Sunday afternoons around 2 o'clock.
All right, next up, Small Shadow Snack.
Hi, I am a small shadow, but I am not a snack. I am very bitter. Hi, I'm actually Ari. I play Layla here on Arethian Nights. I'll also be here tomorrow as Sebastian in Price of Power. You saw me a little earlier if you watched the Bear Pen. I play Elijah over there. I'm also over on Kira's the Cookout TTRPG on YouTube. I play the sweetest grave cleric in the world and also the saltiest wizard in existence. But I am also a community manager and storyteller over on the Bear Pen and of my own right. I will be having 2 new projects coming up. One is a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition chronicle set in Dallas that is exploring the darker side of kindred life, and also later on in September, we will be doing a Hunters the Reckoning, which is going to be hopefully not as dark, but I make no promises.
All right, sounds like there will be lots of darkness coming from Ari, which is very on brand. And next up, Ursaringer.
Well, what diddly do, everybody? What's up? I'm Ursaringer. Y'all know where to find me. I'll be on YouTube getting up in the foolishness. Of course, I'm on Twitch, always in foolishness. SoundCloud, when they get their act right, I'll be back. Until then, I'm on the fringes. No announcements for me. You can find me here, of course, tonight. I'll be playing Reagan Perro, the paladin who apparently loves to take hits. And tomorrow I will also be on the Price of Power playing everyone's most annoying vampire, Walt Reshy. Out here trying to make that bread, you know what I'm saying, man? But yeah, that's it for me for now. Let's call her.
All right, last but certainly not least, Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira 858. I play your slightly grumpy, understandably so, half dragon named Aspen, who is discovering a lot of things and was able to find help evacuate their sister. So things are looking on the up and up from last episode. In terms of projects, I'm just going to save that to the end of the stream because we have a few projects coming up in the pipeline. But in the meantime, if you want to follow me, make sure just to follow me on Twitter at TheKara858, as well as our TTRPG channel, the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness, Die Hard Dice giveaways, and more. And that's me.
All right, and I believe I have never mentioned this before, but we do have a Patreon that you can go and check out that you will find on the scroll to the right over here.
How many episodes in?
Go and check. It's fine. It's fine. Things are ending. The story is continuing, and it's been there the entire time, which means people have technically known about it. But if you wish to hear more about the story and get some behind the scenes, you should definitely go over there and check it out because we get to reveal some more stuff and talk about what we liked about the game. But now that all of the official stuff has ended, it's time for our party to continue exploring the depths of this section of the Underdark. After narrowly escaping from the forces of a group of creatures, of entities you all have never seen before, you all have managed to find a section of the Underdark, these cave systems, that is safe for the moment. Do you all wish to bed down here, or do you wish to start your journey?
Is
Did we
everybody?
resolve to short rest somewhere?
Nuh-uh. After that escape, we've just been on pretty much Indiana Jones running for our lives mode. So we
Okay.
we haven't really gotten the chance to rest. So Aspen will definitely propose, especially after the recent two events, to bed down for the night at least. And
Yeah, we gotta rub them horses down.
mhm. Yes,
They've been
Aspen will
working
look.
hard.
Yeah, Aspen will look towards the others and say, "Is it fine if we decide to take the night to rest? So therefore, we can have our full strength in the morning."
I think that would be for the best.
I agree, my friend.
I agree. I think we need some sleep in case that giant worm shows up again.
Yeah, he seems to make his appearance regularly. I'm presuming that's because that area is most likely his domain. So
I sure
very well.
hope someone is cooking grits tonight.
Mm. I'm still not entirely familiar with this food property, but nevertheless, in terms of watch, I could definitely stand watch for the first 2 hours. Is anyone else who would like to go after me?
I can take the next one. That's not a problem.
All right. And then Layla, I guess you would take the last one.
But at least let me get some beauty sleep.
All right. Sounds good. If you, of course, see anything or hear anything in the meantime, let me know. I'm glad everyone came out of this okay. There was definitely a few close runs we had.
Physically, I am okay. Mentally, I may never recover.
Would you like to elaborate?
I don't like being underground.
Oh, yes, that I remember. So, hypothetically, if we do decide to make this trip again and to explore perhaps some of these areas, are you saying you would like to reside at a different location and not partake in this adventure?
Would leave me out of the spoils and adventure? I just
Mm,
need at least you know, 3 months to mentally prepare myself and physically prepare myself and everything else.
all right. Just looking out for your well-being. I do not wish to put anyone in a particular predicament if it's not of their own choosing. But as mentioned to ask Axel before, this area does pique my interest. There's a lot of things we've came across that I would like to explore in a later date. So
Is one of them the giant worm?
not particularly that. My understanding is he's just looking to protect his territory, which is something I can respect. More so is that upside down pyramid. I have not seen anything like that before, ever. And more so, the biggest question I have, you probably imagine, is what happened with that red dragon. The fact that they were encased in gold, and a red dragon along with gold dragons, fire does not affect them in any way, shape, or form. So it does not make any sense in my eyes. So there's a lot to cover down here that I would like to know. But I digress. I know you all liked your rest, so I'll be keeping an eye out, and sweet dreams to everyone.
Are you okay, friend? Finding your sister and all that?
Oh yes, To be honest, it feels weird because this was my primary task. And now that she's safe and sound and I know where she is, that was the primary reason for me leaving my home.
So do you wish to return now, or do you still want to get a keep together?
I do, yet my family is only assuming I'm out here for this particular task. So to continue with this journey and not at least inform them of what I sent out to do, especially after being successful, feels irresponsible. There's something I have to think about moving forward, especially since I wasn't really given the permission per se to just go out and about and explore. It was more me looking out for one of my own, and then that was it. So, but something to think about. We got plenty of time.
Well, I may not be able to offer the most wise words, but I can stay awake if you need to talk, friend. Reagan.
He smirks and gently pats, not gently, he'll put a firm grasp on Reagan's shoulder and says, "Thank you. But I don't think there's much that can be done. I may talk to my sister about this. She may be able to give me the most concrete viewpoint of how they will handle things. I just want to make sure if I do move forward with this, it would not be against my family's wishes or requests."
After that sister of yours, I hate to see what your moms are like. When they're
Yes.
angry.
Oh,
Aspen, would a hug help?
Roll perception
sure.
for tail.
Yeah, I'm like, I think, yeah, roll an insight check. I don't think.
19.
Okay, they're not going to say it out loud, but they do kind of like look at you for a second and then like look away because they're not really that. They're not used to someone offering a hug. They're just like, "Hey, would you want one?" Usually is either a drastic pull them in per se or no body contact at all. So
Who's strong enough to pull Aspen?
you haven't seen their siblings. You haven't seen he's the baby of the rut for a reason.
I just asked, maybe you didn't want a hug. Like, I thought, maybe. I don't know.
It's just different. Usually if someone offers a hug, they just do it. I've never had someone actually ask me before. My older sisters and brothers, they just pull. And
Oh yeah, that's a sibling thing.
Is this normal?
Well, sometimes people don't like to be, touched by people that are not family. So I always figure I'd ask. Can't hurt, right?
Yeah, he looks towards Reagan. He says, "Why tapped you on your shoulder? Is that not normal?"
Well, different people have different forms of interaction that they are comfortable with. I'm sure you observed at the temple, friend, how they wish to welcome each other with open arms to show that they mean no harm, but at the same time demonstrate how welcoming they are. Then you have the likes of Layla, who likes to be pretty chummy with everyone, but doesn't overstep boundaries. It's all about what those are comfortable with. And that is something you decide for yourself, friend.
Because I can offer a high five instead.
I think high fives is more for celebration.
I don't know. If that's all I got.
No, and they look towards you. They say, "A hug's fine."
Teeny tiny little tiefling scootering to give like a hug.
Reagan's going to exit stage right. Let them have their moment.
Reagan, do you want a hug too?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure you have some things you have to discuss with each other.
About what? It's a hug! I didn't give them a kiss!
You forget, Reagan's passive perception and insight is 11.
Reagan,
Oh, Reagan going to the bedroll. Reagan is not.
And Aspen kind of smirks and looks towards Layla and says, "By the way, we all kind of know you have very special tools of the trade, so it's not surprising that she kind of uses it." He kind of
Hope
assumes.
this top is low cut.
Nothing to be ashamed about. He
Going
smirks.
to bed now. Going to bed now. Go to bed.
Sweet dreams. He smirks as he goes to his position to look out for standing on watch.
Roll for psychic damage.
That was awesome. Yeah. Well, while they're on watch, though, they will go to their sister Eileen and say, "So I need to ask some advice, just in case."
No, you shouldn't go exploring the Underdark by yourself. No, I won't tell you how to ascend faster.
Well, we know that. That's because you're cheating, but I'm leaving that to the side.
It's not cheating. First of all,
Yeah,
there aren't very many rules to the process, really, so you can't really cheat if there wasn't a rule in the first place.
That's because you have decided to turn the road to ascension to a race. That was never part of the plan, from what I recall. I thought we were all going to enjoy this together, and then you decided you wanted to be first because you're the oldest, which is not fair at all.
It doesn't have to be a race at all. You could just, accept I'll do it, accomplish it before you. You made it a race by engaging with it.
That word speak right there. I see what you're doing. Okay. Well, nicely done.
It's the truth.
I missed you, I'll be honest. The reason why I came here was actually everyone was worried about you. When I'm pretty sure you've been gone a bit longer than what people expect.
Yeah, longer than I planned at first.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of talking to both our mothers and dad to allow for me to leave the den and trying to find you. Only after getting everyone on my side were they able to relinquish me as the youngest. So now that I've found you, technically, I'm supposed to return back home. But I'll be honest.
You don't want to?
Was it that obvious?
You are the most subtle person in the world.
I beg to disagree, but you know what? I will leave that as it is. Perhaps you have a few more years on me to discover my subtleties. I'm able to sneak past a few things to people. I'm just saying.
I'm sure that is true.
All right. Well, if you were in my shoes, what would you do?
I think you have to keep moving forward. There is a momentum that we all have. once that momentum is gone, then any chance of moving further and further will end. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you you only get one life. And eventually, everybody will die. So you have to make sure you pick the decision that you want. And that'll be the most fun. Eventually, everything dies.
We live forever. What are you talking about? Well, as long as nobody tries to kill us. Well, not us specifically, but when we reach that next stage of evolution.
I have discovered since we left that everything ends. Eventually.
Who? How did you find this out? Who's been giving you these pieces of information? This is such a dour motif.
I don't know if it's necessarily dour, but it's different. I've met some odd people.
Were they mortals?
I don't know.
I've been starting to grasp this a bit myself. Not particularly with us, but this is my first time experiencing mortals and realizing their lifespan for many of them is so much shorter than our own. And it's a weird feeling because I can tell I'm getting closer with them than I ever expected to be. And so to have them perhaps not be around while we live on, it's something I never thought about considering until it just took happen until it literally was thrusted upon me. So yeah,
it's interesting.
Well, I keep this a secret. I know some of them were talking about just wanting to live a short period of time, but I've still been keeping an eye out in case they decide to change their mind and wish to extend their lifespan. I'm keeping an eye out for perhaps like a fountain to use or something so they could be able to live as long as we do.
There are many treasures that are supposed to change that. But I've been wondering if wanting to live forever is the correct way to move forward. I met someone who argued that it is the fact that life ends that makes it worth doing anything. I've begun to wonder if they're right.
Well, I guess it depends upon the individual. Some individuals need that type of motivation to move forward, while others just naturally has it and wish to pursue whatever they like to pursue as long as time is given to them. It makes sense.
But I have a feeling you won't be worried about these questions for quite a while. You have a few different things to focus on until then.
Indeed. They look back to their party where they probably see Reagan, Layla, and Axel and the others asleep. It says, no doubt about that. Well, thanks for the talk. I'm going to go ahead and send a message to my family, let them know I was able to find you so they know that mission is complete and that I'm going to try to build a den on my own. Hopefully they'll be okay with that.
Good luck.
That didn't sound sincere, but I'll take it. And he smirks as he sits up and gets ready for watch.
All right. Are there any other questions or anything else you all wish to accomplish before settling in for your long rest?
You know what? Reagan will use this scroll. His other common item he got in the very beginning. His level 1 scroll. A Find Familiar.
Interesting. Okay. And remind me, what are the components for Find Familiar?
Oh, I
That
still
is a
need
pearl.
components, even though it's a scroll form.
If you
'Cause
had
I would
the
need the
scroll,
incense.
yes, I would say if you had that, you would have also been able to get the other stuff. It would have only been about 10 gold. So
Yeah,
if you have 10 gold on you, just mark that
sure
off
do.
and you can have it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then you are able to collect all the things for the ritual. As you begin to ignite the brass brazier and begin to add the charcoal, the incense, and the herbs, you see the fire starts off in a dull red color before shifting through oranges and blues back to a very calm and very warm looking amber light color. What kind of familiar are you reaching out to?
Owl.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
Oh boy. A 4.
Okay. As you begin to say the incantation, you see the fire begin to rise in intensity. And a moment later, the fire begins to come together, and instead of forming tongues of flame, you see long, spindly branches of grass and trees before they all begin to crumble and melt into the brazier. And at the bottom of this brazier, you see a small brown owl that begins to stretch its wings, and as it does so, it slowly begins to grow, almost as if it's breathing for the first time. And a moment later, you feel a connection to your found familiar.
Look at you, you precious little thing.
You understand a sense of thankfulness, though it doesn't seem that it can speak.
Yeah, that's fair. Ain't like he has to speak with animals. Well, I'm Reagan. We'll be working together for some time, but as you can see around this campfire, it's time for bed. I'll introduce you to my friends later.
In a sense of not quite nodding its head, but rather nodding the beautiful set of wings it has, it begins to beat them, almost as if stretching a limb for the first time. Before a moment later, it takes into the air and lands on your shoulder.
My friends may need your help in keeping watch. If anyone in the camp seems agitated or there's a sign of danger, don't be afraid to let me know or let anyone else know. But
You
if you feel
sense
compelled to sleep, I won't stop you, friend.
you sense agreement coming through the connection.
And now Reagan will go to bed.
All right, and Reagan has gone. Layla and Axel, do you wish to accomplish anything this night?
Layla is grumbling and infernal and brushing her hair out as she's going to sleep, being like, I was just being nice. Wasn't like I was unclothed and hitting on him. How dare Reagan say I'm just like some common tavern wench?
Do I hear this by chance?
Yeah.
Do I hear this by chance?
It's just like slight tiefling infernal grumbling, and she's like braiding her hair and getting ready for bed. And then just like flops over.
Do we
Make a stealth roll. You have to beat Aspen's passive perception.
Good luck.
Oh, she had a great stealth roll though.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Was she
Thank
trying
you.
to
Hear
hide it?
them?
It didn't seem like she was trying to hide it.
That's why she was talking in infernal.
Because Aspen knows Inferno, but
Don't hear a thing.
It was for a total of 29.
Dang it.
The huff as she just flopped.
Oh, don't tell me she actually took some psychic damage. That's tragic.
All right. And with
So
that,
was a little more red, or did she appear to be?
with that, all of you begin to fall asleep. Aspen, make a perception check, because I believe you would be paying attention to your
yeah.
surroundings.
Oh, easily, yeah. Like, I'm gonna watch, so here we go. Okay. Ooh. 24.
Okay. You sit and wait for a few hours, and the crackling of the fire continues unabated, and nothing seems to happen until about an hour before you would switch off. You notice a figure stepping closer into the cave you all have nestled into, and partially obscured by the fire and smoke. You see a small-ish person. They're maybe 4.5 feet tall. They seem to be wearing a very long, kind of black robe with a bandolier with various potions and alchemical creations attached to it. As they approach, they very gently bow in front of you. I hope I am not disturbing anything. I was very surprised to find a fire in this area. Are you all travelers or on some sort of quest for someone?
I do not believe I have much liberty to discuss what we're currently doing. I have to discuss or figure out a few things first. But nevertheless, what is your name?
Atinia.
Etinia. Wait, what is she covered in like a hood or something, or like?
It's not so much as a hood, but they do have kind of it looks more like a mask that kind of just goes from like here down to the eyes and then back up again. It looks kind of, it looks kind of like a person who's wearing like a hoodie that has, instead of coming over, is like has a mask attached to it almost.
So very similar to Aspen, to be honest. Do I notice dragon feet or a tail?
No.
Okay. They'll look over the individual once more before saying, Aspen, no reservation for coming by, presuming this entourage kind of sticks out a bit. We're just making our way back to the surface. What about you? Is this your home?
This area? No.
Where are you originally from?
That is a very complicated question, though I don't think that's what you are asking. I'm from the city of Ishishari.
Can I make a history check on that?
Sure.
Okay. Hang on. 10. Probably not.
You never heard of it?
What is this place?
It is a very large city of dark elves. I am returning there now, actually.
I see. Do you travel these areas often, or this is your first time?
I travel them often enough. I don't travel too much. I prefer seclusion, but I've gone back and forth. An alchemist must sell her wares, after all.
Oh. You have items for sale. What do you have? What do you have by chance?
I have various potions and pills. I can do a great many things. I am an apprentice to one of the greatest alchemists in the Underdark, after all.
Well, this is a surprise. You're perhaps looking at someone who may be interested in purchasing some of the wares. Do you happen to have a list of items on your purchase that we could perhaps look into?
Not quite a list. Do you know what you'd want?
They look towards the remaining party members who is probably fast asleep. I'm almost certain some individuals in my entourage would be interested in your content. I would be as well, but it's hard to be specific or a particular item I want. By chance, would you be interested in residing in a place of sorts, not of the Underdark?
What place would that be?
So, you have a special skill that is not regularly come across. To be honest, if I think about my travels in Alexandria, there were very few individuals that possess this technique. We're planning on building a house, a keep of our own in the future. And we would love to have your expertise with us. So that way we can have the necessary healing potions when we need to travel out on a venture, or a particular potion that would be necessary for a mission that we're about to perform. It seems you would have all of these capabilities and resources under your disposal, and of course we will pay you handsomely for these items.
I see. You wish for me to join you on this expedition, I guess. Is that what you're doing now?
Yes, we're doing a bit of a venture of sorts. Again, I cannot go into the specifics because we are not the ones who established this mission. I would have to allow the person who created this expedition to give you the full details behind this.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. So they're not draconic, right? Okay, so I don't get any advantage or anything like that. Okay. Oh, okay, though. I would take that. 23.
It is very difficult to agree to do something if you can't tell me what exactly is going on. For all I know, you all could be a very interesting group of bandits.
Oh, no. I'm a half dragon. Well, that's not saying a lot, but there's no way we would be performing banditry. That would be against my honor. I will say this. Go ahead.
Please continue.
I will say this. One of the individuals here, their lineage is tied to a city in the Underdark. And so they wish to visit the city to experience their lineage firsthand before we turn you back to the surface. That's the most I could be able to give. And we've done so. We're already heading back.
I see. You all are interesting. I can admit that, or at least you are. I will think about it.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to reach out to my friends to see if they may have a particular item that they may be interested in purchasing. They may be a bit more hesitant about waking up, especially one particular individual. I know she loves her beauty sleep, so she may be a little bit more cranky than the others. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure they all would be interested in what you have to sell. So do you mind waiting here for a moment while I gather them together?
I suppose I could do you the favor.
Perfect. Give me a few moments. I'll be right back. As stated, it'll start first with Layla. They'll bend down and just gently poke her right where the clavicle is. No, not a clavicle. What is it?
I'm about to say.
What's that area? The one that's right next. The shoulder blade? I think it's a shoulder blade. The trapezoid, the shoulder blade.
The clavicle is right here.
Right here.
That's what I was saying. I was just
clavicle's
like,
right here.
Aspen got real
low. Yeah, it's this area. What is this area?
That's the shoulder blade.
Shirt you said.
That's the shoulder blade, right?
Yeah.
It's a shoulder blade. Okay,
To
I was
the-
okay.
to
Yeah.
the
So
club.
then, I was
Straight
my the clavicle. Boom. Thanos style, just like. But yeah, they're going to touch her in the shoulder blade and be like, I know this a bit early, but there's someone here who has alchemy based items to sell. Would you be interested in wanting to buy something?
Ray, what would the roll be to wake up and swing? Because she was
Make it
sound
a-
asleep.
Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, a 10's not gonna hit. She just comes up and
Very
just
wild. Very, very wide. Very.
You
Completely
see the
off.
arms just swing around and just like, yeah, I should have expected this.
Hold her blanket up when she sees who it is.
You are dressed. I would not have approached you if you weren't dressed.
Are we under attack?
No. There is someone here who wishes to sell some items. But if you would like, you could go back to sleep. I was just trying to offer you the opportunity.
What are they selling? What items?
Do you want me to pick you up and carry you over there?
No, I can totally walk. I can totally walk.
I see you haven't used your technique. Okay, good to know. He smirks and he stands up and makes his way over to Reagan because he remembers quite well with their previous conversation where she said she would have someone carry her over to particular locations. A mini test. He'll make their way over to Reagan and gently tap him on his shoulder.
Ray's gonna open his eyes, roll over, see Aspen. What is it, friend? Bandits? And gonna scramble out of his bedroom.
Oh no, you don't need to scramble. There's a person here who has alchemy items to sell. I'm offering them a position to join us at the keep, but in the meantime, I was wondering if you would like to purchase some for wares. I know an alchemist is relatively rare in our location, so she has a special skill set.
A potential new friend.
Mhm.
I'd be happy to speak with them, see what they have.
Perfect. In that case, you see Aspen slowly. He still is on his knees, kind of like sitting like catcher baseball style, but he'll gently stand back and like kind of like bring just point not the finger but the arm to her direction, so you can be able to see the individuals that he was speaking to. He says, "There she is, right there. I'm going to go ahead and wake up Axel first, and then I'll be joining you shortly."
She, you say? Interesting.
I believe so.
You'll see
said it was-
Reagan make a gesture with his hand, and he's psychically communicating to his familiar to like just come rest on his shoulder.
See a small brown owl kind of just lands and nestles in closer to the crook of the neck.
Oh,
I
this-
must let me introduce you to my friend here, just so you don't think that they're a threat. What gender is the owlry? Do I get the
Female.
pick, or is this the okay? You know what? He's still gonna name it after his older brother. He's still gonna do it.
Sure.
It fits. This is Nyquin, my new owl friend.
Nyquin. I thought this was new. It's a pleasure to meet you.
How does Owl respond?
I did not know you had such a strong connection to animals.
Oh, well, it's one of the spoils I picked up on one of those many mercenary troops, friend. I just never thought to use it until now.
Well, Owl is definitely a special case. They're special and important. They look after a lot of things, so I'm glad that he has your back.
As am I, friend. I'm sure we'll get along swell. But off to talk to this new friend.
Very well. I should go wake up Axel to see if he's interested in wares as well.
Be careful you don't get a stray bolt, friend.
Yeah, Layla tried to perform the same action. Fortunately, her fatigue reduced her efficiency by a solid 75%. But I'll keep
Or
that in
maybe she
mind.
didn't want to hit you, friend.
Oh no, she would have if she could. She would have. I've seen that type of disturbance before. That's why I wanted to make sure I woke her up first before anyone else. Nevertheless, I'll see you soon. And he stands up and makes his way over to Axel.
And Reagan heads on over.
Then he'll once again poke Axel on the shoulder blades. It's like, Axel?
Worms.
There's no words, friend. There's no words. If there was, the way to wake you up would not have been anywhere near as peaceful. There is an individual here who I decided to invite to the keep, but they, in the meantime, have wares to sell of the alchemist variety. And so I wanted to offer you the opportunity to be able to purchase something from her wares.
The potion vendor?
Yes. She says she is the second best in her from her entire city. So which means she should have quite a bit to offer.
What does she have, Ree?
We don't know yet. We have to go over there to ask.
You're out here cheating.
I know, right? I asked that question first, fam. I didn't get no response. No response.
What does she have, Ree?
All right. So yeah, with that, A, I guess we both make our way over to the individual.
Okay. And as you all approach, you see sitting across from you on the fire is this person. It's difficult to determine what gender they are, as their features are very androgynous, and they have their eyes are being partially covered by the kind of cloth mask that they're wearing. And they look up at each of you and gives you each a very respectful bow. Are you the friends I was told about?
Reagan bows and then sticks his hand out. Reagan Perro, Paladin, it's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a name by which you wish to be addressed?
You may call me Tina.
Tina? Or Tinia?
He says Tina.
Okay. You got one E here. I'm just checking. You know, it's about to be... No, I won't bring it back up. I'll let it live. Big dog, you knew what I was thinking. The Sisters of J. Nia is out here, dog.
I was like, oh, a direct descendant. Okay. So they will look over and says, so she's the alchemist I was referring to. And she has quite a few items, my understanding, for sale. I know we have a little bit of healing capabilities, but perhaps some healing potions may be necessary.
I'm anxious to see what you have to offer, Tina.
That is very cute. Well, I have many things available to sell. Don't suppose if all you want is healing elixirs and potions, I can do that pretty easily. But I also have rare things.
How rare are we talking?
Very rare, very unique. I get the feeling that you all are not cultivators, which is always fun. But I have many things. I would recommend, if you all are going to continue exploring the world, elemental affinity pills. Always useful.
What was that? Elemental affinity what?
Pills.
Pills. Wow, that's a thing. I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't
How
think
do they
very
work?
many people on the surface bother creating them anymore. But they will awaken an elemental affinity that is natural for your blood. Some people manifest it differently. Some become more hardy when it comes to receiving such damage. Others are a bit more effective at dealing it. No one's regrets the opportunity when it comes up.
Do you happen to have one, or is each one random, or do you have one associated with a particular affinity that we may be able to?
Well, most of the pills will awaken the one that is most effective for you, though there are some that can do it for a specific element. Those ones tend to be a bit more expensive.
How much are they?
In gold, 2,000 gold for the cheaper ones.
Are there any known side effects?
They hurt.
They hurt the consumer.
Yes.
How
It is
much?
not too bad, I suppose.
Ooh, if I had a certain spell, there would be some power plays, Doug. Ooh, this with absorb elements.
I'll
It
take
would be
one.
crazy.
You want one of the cheaper ones.
Yes, you said it kind of fits what's naturally inclined to you. I kind of have an idea of what it will do to me, due to my lineage.
And you see her, for a moment, just kind of flick her hand, and a very small jade pill bottle appears. It's about this big with a very nice black wax seal on the top. She hands it over.
All right, and they'll hand over 2,000 gold.
And she takes it, and with a flick of her hand, it's gone.
Aspen will say, "Well, I have no problem being the first to test this out. Bon appetit." And he'll pop it in his mouth.
Now?
Well, Aspen is YOLO 200%. I mean, that kind of.
It's very nice
Without
to
a
see.
certain time period.
It's very nice to see ambitious people.
We have to test the
roll-
merchandise after all.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, Aspen.
Oh, you
All
did.
right. Oh yeah. That's like one of my best ones. Here we go. Oh yeah. That is a 22.
Okay. It burns for a moment, and you can feel as parts of your skin begin to ignite with flames, which is very unique. You've never felt what it was like to truly burn. Your body has always been resistant to flames for as long as you can remember. And as this feeling begins to spread through each and every part of your body, it takes about 10 minutes before the feeling goes away. And as you kind of wave your hands, you get used to the kind of the feeling in your body, you have a feeling that radiant damage is going to be less effective.
How are you feeling, friend?
You know what? For one, it burned, which is an odd sensation for me. But the response was not like I expected. It's actually closer to my second mother, the crystal dragon. I was assuming it would add on to my control and manipulation of fire. Instead, this is more radiant based. I guess I have to thank Eileen and her mother for this. And our mother for that.
Mortals plan, but heaven decides, my friend.
Reagan is smirking big time at that statement.
Now, unfortunately, I was not expecting to meet a lot of people today, but I only have 2 more of those available, and one of the more expensive ones.
How much is the...
Go
Go ahead. Sorry. Oh, no, go ahead. If you all wanted to buy one, go ahead.
I'd be satisfied with just a simple healing potion or two.
I can do that.
Aspen, I gave you the rest of my gold that I had.
Oh, well, here you go.
The big chunk of it.
Do you want me to buy one from that package?
Yes, please.
The normal one or the particular type?
Aspen, we all know that I am very, how do they say it in the city? Bougie.
Mm, 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 mm. How about this? If I recall correctly, is that what it's called, bougie? Because I think both our eyes was eyeing the exact same item. So, how about we split it, pay half and half, and we split the pill in half?
Will that work?
Well, I have to ask her because she said she only has one of those. Would that work, Tina?
You are the first people to ask me if dividing a pill in half will have the same effects as if you consumed a full one. Don't know if that makes you interesting or foolish. You are more than welcome to try it. Never
All
heard
right.
of anyone attempting it. I'd like to know.
Sure, why not then, Aspen?
This is going to be fun. Very well. How much is this expensive one?
3,000 gold.
Oh, so 1,500 a piece.
I mean, you have the rest of my money, so
Mhm.
yes.
No problem. And they'll take it half from Aspen's side and half from Layla's side to give you 3,000.
Alright. And she flicks her hand and a black pill bottle appears. She hands it over.
It'll pop over the beer bottle. It says, and they won't break it. They're going to pretty much cover half of the pill and give you the other half for you to break it.
She will.
She say, all right.
Okay.
Smirks. It says, it's new times.
All right, here we go. Boop.
Yep. And they pop it in.
Both of you roll me a D100.
Oh.
Oh, it'll be one of those. Okay.
Hold on, where is the D100? One D100. I got a 99.
Ooh-wee.
99. That's like greater. That's like divine intervention right there. Oh, okay.
Y'all balling out of control out here. Okay.
That would be a.
We're living on the edge.
I think
Push
it's
it
a
to the
79,
limit.
right? Yeah, that's a 79. Okay.
As you both swallow the two halves of this pill, you both begin to feel a burning sensation that begins to spread through every portion of your hands. Then it spreads up along your arms and into your chest. And as it begins to burn, you both feel a part of your bodies being purified. And a moment later, you feel, and as you kind of wave your hands in front of you, you can't feel the flames anymore. And as you wave your hands near the fire, it doesn't warm you. And you both gain immunity to fire damage.
I think Aspen will feel over the flames, look towards Layla, and says, "Can I hug you?" Okay. And then they will hug Layla just tightly and just like, and this is what they feel like. This is what they feel like. This is glorious.
I don't know what that did, but I'm very happy.
Now, does that mean they still feel the warmth though, or
No.
so now it just doesn't feel like anything? It's just
Did it? I
Well, I'm
take
going to
it that
assume
means
things went
it
well.
worked for the two of you?
Yes. We're both now
That
Sherry?
means when we find like the really hot springs, we can actually take a longer time in there.
That was the first thing you thought about when you from this sensation was that tar bath.
Yes.
You are a joy. You are a joy.
Judge me on that.
No, it's no judgment. It's just a surprise.
Reagan's grinning like an idiot.
You all do not wish to participate in this?
Not at this moment, friend. If things were to go south, I might endanger our charges.
I do have another pill that you all might be interested in. I'd warn you, it is the most expensive, and it is the most difficult to make. I've only managed to make 3 of them in my life so far.
Go on.
How are you feeling, Reagan? You want to do some drugs?
Friend Axel, you know we're on duty.
I mean, it's gotta be good stuff. Look at Layla and Aspen. Just imagine what this other one could do.
Well, it could be their makeup, you see, friend. They were all not having trouble with many things that I struggle with, so what works for them may not work for me.
Like what are you struggling with, Reagan?
You remember them taking a dip in those very hot pools? At least I knew they were hot, and they told me they were pools, but at the time I couldn't see them. It was extremely hot to the touch for me, but they weren't too bothered.
Well, maybe it would be helpful then. Or, maybe she has some little blue pills.
Oh, you bet.
Perhaps she does have some reason to color coordinate them. I have yet to inquire about such things.
It's okay, Reagan. I sometimes, too, suffer from performance anxiety.
You understand, friend Axel. In the heat of battle where everything just seizes up and everything gets to you and your senses are overloaded, but you have to prioritize protecting your friends and doing the right thing.
Yeah, just got to make sure everything keeps working. You just got to push on through.
To the bitter end.
That's right. It's got to stand strong.
I have no idea what's happening here. Wait,
I want to say they have pills for that, but like the lady's already selling pills.
I am still in the market for those healing potions.
Tell me about this expensive pill.
She waves her hand, and you do see there are 3 small vials of red liquid. Small healing potions are doable, my friend. Don't worry. As for your question, it is the soul shearing pill. It is a pill that will forcefully open a portion of your soul in order to make a soul space. It isn't as effective as doing the process naturally, but I don't think that'll be a problem for you four. I'm not sure if you all are aware about soul spaces.
No, please do go on.
Is there a role for this?
You can try to make a history or religion roll at a disadvantage.
I'll take religion at disadvantage.
Say history or religion? All right, let me get that history then.
This is lost knowledge.
It's so up. It's 7 on that history. That brain cell shut off 10 minutes ago.
after the immune fire, like I don't need this anymore.
That's a 12 for Reagan on religion.
A disadvantage?
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Yep, no point. Yep, that's also. Yep, I'm good. That was a solid 8.
No. A soul space is a ability that high-ranked cultivators gain access to. You are removing a portion of your soul in order to create a space inside of it. For truly impressive talents, they manage to create a world. Most people manage to create a small space that they can hold different things of value. It is notoriously difficult to steal what's in a soul space, though it is technically possible.
Yeah, freaking hammer space. Oh.
So I would be sacrificing part of my soul to essentially create a bag.
In a simple way of thinking about it, yes.
What is
I
this
can-
cultivator of which you speak?
Now that is a very complicated question, my friend.
If someone was able to create a world from this particular magic,
Well, that is, according to the stories. I imagine anyone powerful enough to do that is no longer talking with random mortals in caves.
they're probably living in their world. That makes perfect sense.
But a cultivator is a person who has gained access to spiritual energy. But that is a woefully lacking definition. They are people who defy the heavens, who forge a path for themselves. It's difficult to become a cultivator if you're not born one, but not impossible.
Interesting.
And how much is this bill?
20,000 gold.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about playing with tearing my soul apart, and I certainly don't have 20,000 gold laying around. So I think I'll probably have to pass. I don't know about the rest of you, but
It is wise to know one's limits.
I'll have to pass as well. But as you can see here, Tina, you have a rather interesting group of people here whom are willing to try your creations. Surely that amounts to something. Piques your
You
interest.
are
it's like
certainly
experiment on us.
interesting. I don't think you'd enjoy being experimented on. But you all are certainly interesting. But I cannot give away such a pill on passing flights of fancy.
Of course, we're not expecting that. However, I will be honest to say, while this does sounds like an interesting pill of sorts, going that deep into the rabbit hole, that starts to enter into the funds that we have planned for our keep. However, if you join us after our keep is built, you would definitely be interested in perhaps trying out that pill in the future. Since I, for one, would like to experience what it's like to explore opening up the soul. We just have priorities in place. We have to make sure it's covered first before we go down this road.
You are certainly persistent.
Well, I'm a half dragon.
Do you have a way to reach us should you find yourself interested?
I have ways of doing what I need done.
Well, you have our names, and should you wish to look us up, you'll know how to find us.
Actually, I wonder if this falls under your wheelhouse. Do you happen to have sending stones?
I have a few of those.
Oh, we sell
Oh.
sending stones.
How many do you have?
I have 10 I could sell if you'd like.
I would like to buy 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and one where we could be able to speak to you.
Roll a persuasion check.
Way to get the digits.
Yeah. Right?
Can I give Aspen some bardic inspiration by squeezing his hand very hard?
Aspen's over here just like, what's your name, girl? What's your
Sure.
sign?
I can give you advantage
What's your
too.
number?
I can give you
Sure.
advantage because I'm proficient in persuasion.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. So
Capital
advantage.
idea, friend. That's how Reagan's helping.
That's with that. Okay. All right. That is. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. With that, thank you for the advantage though. Oh man, that's wait, is yours a D6 or a D8? My apologies. I may have rolled the wrong one.
D6.
Ah, wrong one. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I rolled an 8 on a D8, but let me go ahead and get the D6 out. But this is already should be pretty good. And a 6. Okay.
The die-hard dice. I swear to
Yep.
God.
Yep. That is a 24. No. Sorry, 25. 25.
You see her flick her hand, and a very simple-looking black pouch appears in the center of her palm. Drip a portion of your blood onto the stones to get them attuned to you. Consider them a gift for letting someone warm their hands at your fire.
Let's go.
Thank you. We appreciate it. So you said we have to offer a portion of our blood to have it tuned? All right. So they're actually going to bite using their canine teeth, draconic canine teeth in the back on their index finger, and then put it over the stone.
Layla's using her dagger to make a little cut to put some blood on it.
Reagan's
She's
gonna
just
just
follow example.
reach his hand over to Layla as if to be like, "Hey, can I borrow that?" when she's done.
There you go.
And Reagan just grabs the stone. Very pragmatic about it, and then hands the dagger back.
Oh shit.
Does Axel do it?
This is for the sending stones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you might as well. Well, when in Rome, right?
All right. I guess all 4 of us do it.
Thank
And
you,
now
Tina.
we're blood bonded to each other.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, level 3.
Welcome to the realm's first foldery.
It was bound to happen.
Thank you,
Believe that
Tina.
is enough of my wares for now. Yes.
No healing potions.
She did hand over 3 healing
Oh,
potions.
she actually gave healing potions. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, then I didn't say that.
Perfect. It was such a pleasure to meet you. And when the keep is set up, we'll be sure to contact you so you can be able to join us. And I would love to try that new soul infusing pill that you have.
I suppose I had better continue on my way. I do wish you all the best of luck returning to the surface.
Yeah, I wish you luck with returning to your home. Be careful out there.
There were some very horrifying creatures about. We just barely got away.
I imagine that you all will be able to tell me more about that when I see you next.
Mm-hmm. Actually, before you go, I just have one last question. Because I remember you saying you venture to these areas very often. Would you happen to have known what happened to the red dragon that seems to be encased in gold, a bit of a distance from here?
I do.
What took place there?
Now that is a question, my friend. there was a battle between the dragon and a cultivator of some renown. Perhaps one day I'll tell you the rest of the story. Something to have you curious for next time.
Wow.
You
That's one
remind
way to make a sales pitch. Okay.
you remind me of someone I know. And I like it and hate it at the same time. Nicely done. Nicely done. I'll see you soon.
What was the dragon's name, Ree?
What was
No
his
idea.
name?
I have no idea. And a moment later, Tinia is gone.
Well, I say that was a successful venture. So yeah, Layla, you over here was about to swing on me. Now you have immunity to fire.
You know, next time I'll be successful. It's fine. Going back to sleep.
All right, sweet dreams to you all. I'll get back to watch.
Oh, I feel a wrinkle already.
Reagan's gonna press the digitation, like a cool sensation across her face at hearing that.
Thank you. Flops back into her bedroll.
President, take the wrinkle off. So you pretty much just created the new age version of Olay lotion. Right on the
did it.
cheeks. Clinique, okay.
All right, as the rest of you make your way back to your bedrooms to sleep, and Aspen finishes up with the last of their watch. Aspen, roll me an insight check with advantage.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm not gonna get much better than that. We'll see. Yeah, that was a 19 on it. 25.
That hard dice need to be.
After about 20 minutes after everyone else begins to sleep, you realize that you begin to feel a faint heat coming from the fire. You wonder for a moment if your immunity to fire requires you to be close to Layla or not. You aren't sure. But you did notice that once she was gone, you did feel the heat again.
Interesting. Y'all are married now.
Like what?
Reagan been there.
They're going to keep that in mind as they look towards Layla in her bed sheets.
All you
Yeah.
see is the outline of just a little ball.
She's in the fetal position.
She's curled herself up. You can see the top of her horns and then just the ball.
Yeah, all right, they'll keep that in mind. But yeah, they continue their watch.
And the rest of your watch goes by uneventfully.
All right. After that, they'll go ahead and wake up Axel, because I know what Axel was the second person for watch.
All right. Quiet out?
Yeah, after Tina's visit, things have been pretty smooth since. So
That's good. Well, at least she was a good surprise, right?
oh, it was a great surprise.
All right, we'll get some sleep. We'll see you in the morning.
All right, sweet. Good luck out there. Yep, and then Axel will, Aspen will head against Rock and fall asleep.
Alright, roll me a perception check, Axel, if you should keep watch.
Like I said, if you keep watch. Just like fall back asleep on 26.
I mean, you could.
I could.
You start your watch, and the cave is quiet. The surrounding cave systems are also pretty quiet at the moment. Nothing interesting seems to happen. For long, your watch comes to an end.
Good. That's how we like our watches to be. Nice and quiet. Is there a bell to wake everybody up? Ding, 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 ding.
Well, you could wake everyone up, but you are aware that there is another, there would still be another 4-hour chunk of time before morning.
Oh, 2 hour. 2 hour.
Okay.
Is it 2 hours?
Yeah, because he only has to be awake for 4 hours, so because he's
Yes,
an
but
elf.
the rest of you need to be awake. Need to get the full 8 hours, and I believe Aspen needs 8 hours of sleep too, as well, right?
Well, he's not going to wake everybody up if he knows that, like, people
I
are.
believe Aspen
It's
at
not
least
time
will
to
still
get up
need
yet.
8.
Yeah, I was to the 8. But wait, I thought if I cover 2 hours and Aspen and Axel covers 4 hours, that would be 6 hours total. So there should only be two more hours left, right?
No, because you would have been awake for 2 hours, then
Mhm.
slept for 4 hours. You would need to sleep for another 4 hours.
Oh, I thought a long rest was 6 hours. I didn't know a long rest was 8 hours.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sleep.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay.
does Axel, do you wish to continue watching Axel, or do you wish to wake someone else up?
I'll just continue watching. It's fine. I don't need to. I've got my rest. I'm, sitting here doing light watching activity. Is essentially the same as a short rest unless there's action that I need to take, like shooting something. So
Okay. Roll perception with advantage, because you are continuing a watch.
24.
All right. Continue. And every once in a while, you do hear the skittering of small animals, small creatures in the distance, but nothing ever seems to get close enough to be a problem for you. Then, shortly after that, everyone begins to wake up, and you all complete a long rest. I think that's where we are going to take our break for the evening.
Already? Okay, then.
Yeah, we're going to stop here for the moment. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So go take care, get you some water, something to eat, whatever you need to do. And then we'll continue our story right afterwards and see what happens to our wonderful cast. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Arethian Nights. So we're just going to go ahead and dive directly back into our story as our party is waking up the next day. At least you think it's the next day. It's very hard to tell on the ground like this. But a few moments in and everyone begins to pack up their sleeping arrangements, getting the carts back in order. Is there anything you all wish to do before you set out?
Reagan's going to introduce his owl friend to everyone else. On his squad, of course. And got a spieler. So, like, everyone, this is my owl friend, Nyquin.
Does your friend say anything?
Well, it's a normal owl. You can't
Oh, okay.
verbally speak. If you have, like, speak with animals or something, you could probably get something.
Where did you get him from?
Oh, well, I cast this spell from a scroll that I acquired in the heat of battle one day, and I just thought, why not? Let me just see what it does, and I'll pop this little guy, this little lady.
So cute. My goodness.
Do you wish to hold her? Raid will just telepathically communicate to Nyquin. Be nice. She is friendly.
The small owl does flutter and fly over into your hands.
There is the most delighted noises Layla has ever made. She is so happy with this teeny tiny little owl in her hands.
This is quite different from the noises she makes when she first wakes up, that's for sure.
Oh, so you know all about that, eh, friend?
I had to dodge a hand coming at my direction when I was trying to wake her up. I know it quite well.
Wake
I'm
me up
sure you
again and you're
did,
going to get
friend.
the dagger instead.
That's not
What was it?
surprising.
Isn't this guy a hoot?
So we're trying to figure out if Ree's going to give inspiration for that or not. But
Absolutely not.
Okay. I was just like, is the inspiration coming? Is the inspiration coming?
Absolutely not.
Reagan will say, well, fair tiefling, she can keep you company in the rear. I do not mind.
Well, you might need the eyesight more because like you're our main lookout for all the bad things.
I'm not the main lookout. I just do my best.
But I think since she's your little owl, you should have her first, and if she wants to come down and see me, she can.
Rados telepathically communicate like, well, the choice is yours. Just don't stray too far from either of us. Tonight, Gwen.
Do you feel a sense of understanding pass through the bond between the two of you?
And Reagan like, she will choose where she wishes. I do not mind either way.
How many more days do you think we have until we get out of here?
I think we have to ask Bromthron about that. Unless you know, friend Aspen.
I do not, unfortunately. I have lost track of how long we've been down here. Nevertheless, I'm actually not too much of a hurry of returning, so to me, it's more we get there when we get there. But I could ask Brothom for how much more time is left remaining. And yeah, Aspen will make its way over to where Brothom is. How many more days we have until we reach the surface?
Well, that would depend on how quickly we decide to move.
Medium range.
Maybe a week, maybe a bit longer.
A week? That's not bad. Thank you. I'll let the others know. We will be settling up and heading relatively soon. They were just curious how much longer the trip was going to take.
Very well.
Yeah, Aspen will return back to the group. It says a weeks or so time at a medium pace.
You made an arrangement with some sailors, right?
Oh, yes. They're going to take us to the Isles after we're finished with this endeavor.
When were they supposed to be expecting you, friend?
In a couple of weeks. We mentioned actually they were going to take more than a couple of weeks just to prepare for the journey. Now that I realize it, now that I've owned my own ship and crew, I should eventually name it.
'Tis yours to name, friend. You spent the money.
You know, this is a pleasant surprise. I like the experiences that I'm having leaving this den. Oh, and one last thing. And they're going to get to where they're literally inches away from Layla's face. And as they do, they stare directly into her eyes. It says, do you notice heat?
Reagan is going to immediately go climb on top of the second cart, his normal position.
You know, he sees different things. I don't know.
I noticed when we were away, and they'll take a step back. I was feeling some of the fire, which I didn't feel when you were next to me. I've tried to determine what that means. I don't really know.
I don't either. I don't know why you're me. I must admit, all the arcane stuff's not really up my alley. I'm just going along for the ride at this point.
Do you feel it?
The fire or heat or what are we looking for? Which sensation?
It's one and the same.
Well, my cheeks are warm, but that's somewhat normal. You want me? I can't put my hand in the fire. They've already put it out.
Well, let me know. If worst comes to worst, if we realize that we need to be close by to make sure we're safe, I just have to keep an eye out for you. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's not like you can just carry me around in your back pocket all day.
How tall is she?
Just 5'2".
Totally can.
Hmm.
Free.
She's tiny. She's a tiny
Mhm.
tiefling.
Is she
Maybe
looking
if you took that pill, you could.
I mean, they did. They took 2, so.
Mhm.
Oh, the other one, gotta carve out your soul. Should be fine for a tiefling, right?
I
Well, then you
might
could-
need that for a great if I have to deal with a cousin.
You carry Aspen around then.
Go carry yourself.
He's like twice my height. I don't think I could do that.
It's a pocket dimension. Their size doesn't matter as much.
But I thought you weren't supposed to put 2 magical items inside each other. It makes it go boom.
Oh, I didn't know Aspen was a magical item. All right.
He can do magic. So I would assume the same principle applies.
I thought that was just the bags. Oh well. Is he a bag?
I mean, I don't know. I'm getting in the vehicle now.
And Ray can quickly just status check Dewdrop and Dio. Just so you know, pull something crazy out of nowhere, Ray.
They seem to be all right. They are. Dio was inside of the her tent thing that she does, but she seems to be doing fine. She's spending a lot more time looking into the staff and trying to kind of get it more attuned to work properly for her.
Okay. Dewdrop.
Dewdrop is playing with the giant ant that she summons periodically.
That's on Brad.
Oh, completely on brand. All right. And with that, yeah, I guess we get on our cart and make our way. Make it our way.
Downtown.
We gotta do it.
All right, and what pace are we traveling at this time?
Medium pace. I mean, they say a medium pace is about a week, so yeah, we had nothing to really be too concerned about since we're just pretty much exiting the location. So
Okay, sure. Roll me a perception check.
okay.
You got it. You in the front.
All of us or just me?
You could do it.
Okay. Ooh, 18 on the dot. That's going to be 27.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw
Okay. Well,
with advantage.
I'll take it.
Actually, all of you make me a dexterity saving throw, but Aspen makes it with advantage.
Of course.
A horse is a horse.
Oh my, 21. Okay.
Ooh, another 18.
15.
18 plus 8.
Oh, Layla.
Huh?
26? Yeah, 26.
As you all are traveling, you come to a cave that has a bunch of kind of moist and partially, not quite decaying, but fertilizing, we'll say, moss inside of it. And as you all are moving, you find that the wheels are having a harder time gripping onto the ground properly. And there are a few times for Layla where she and her cart are having a bit more time getting traction and following behind you, which slows you a bit. But you all decide to take it carefully, and nothing bad happens. And you make it through the area.
By
Okay.
a sending stone. If we ever have to come into another cave again with a cart, I do not want to come with us.
No, we won't be using a cart next time.
I just won't make promises.
Then one of you 2 gentlemen's going to carry me.
Well, he smiles and says, looks like the test has been initiated. Well,
More power to you, friend.
Can I have all of you make an intelligence check, please?
Oh, Lord.
ooh, you had to use challenges, really?
I didn't tell you it was a dumb stat.
Yeah.
Intelligence suck.
Mm.
I did not say dumps the intelligence.
Is it a saving throw or just a check?
Doesn't
Just
matter
a
for me.
check.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say
That's
it's not
11.
a.
Oh,
11.
I got an
Technically.
18.
Nice.
technically, I
Yay.
rolled my. I got less probably. Technically, I rolled my saving throw. So
I got 11.
11, 18. What was your number, Moon Whisper? Which time?
just it would have been 7 total because I accidentally rolled the
Ooh.
saving throw instead.
As you all are traveling, you come to a cave that has a very large inverted black pyramid.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. The
We
rest
back.
of you don't notice anything strange. Layla, you realize that this room should not be here. You all encountered it sooner when you came down here, so you should encounter it closer to last when you leave. But it seems to have come up again.
Hey guys, I don't want to alarm you. I think the rooms are moving.
What do you mean?
This shouldn't have been here just yet. This is not supposed to be here.
Are you sure?
Yes, this was closer to the mushrooms.
I just thought it was that time in the trip, friends. I did
Same
fall asleep at some
here.
point.
Interesting. I
All
wonder
these
if this
caves
place
kind of melt together.
is this place more like a labyrinth? We have to keep an eye out, make sure we don't get lost.
I don't like this place at all.
Push comes to shove, we're still with you, friend Tiefling.
We have nothing to be concerned about. Besides, we have quite a few new benefits now. Things should be fine.
Regan, I heard that. Where's my fair tiefling?
Reagan says nothing.
I will make a note of this. I want you to know this now.
He still says nothing.
All right.
So Layla has been following the poet known as Jason Carl. Good to know. In that case, I guess we should make our way forward, but just keep a close eye out for things.
All right. You gonna leave the room with the black pyramid?
Again, yep.
All right.
I don't know why you keep thinking we're going to endanger this caravan on purpose.
We are law-abiding citizens.
You will push forward. Make me another perception check.
Okay.
Everybody or just Aspen?
Ben.
All right. Ooh, 18 on it. So that'd be a 27. Yeah, 27.
All right. As you are making your way forward, you find yourself entering a cave-like passage, and as you step foot into it and begin to pass through it, you find the sky above you opens, or at least what could be considered a sky here underground. And as you look around, you realize that you are at the bottom of what looks to be like a 200-foot deep ravine. You can see up above you, there are two kind of spots where the land would almost form a bridge across. But other than that, you find yourself in the middle of a ravine. There is a small stream of water that is flowing further in front of you. And there are some small spots of moss and other foliage that you don't recognize.
Is this a place we've been before?
I do not recall this place.
Did we get turned around? Did we take a wrong path?
Yeah, this feels like the same path we took.
Can I roll a survival check or something?
You
like,
could,
figure
I
out
mean,
how we
you
got
don't
lost?
remember ever encountering this room before, so you don't know if that's because the pathway you took is different, because you do recall that you had to run from a very angry monster. But so you don't know if it's just you took a path that's different and you can't go back the same way, or if something is muddled with your senses or not. Sure.
Our
But
two
you do know that you
casters are
never
MIA.
never encountered this. You've never encountered this ravine before.
So everyone eyes up. I'm not entirely sure what to expect at this location because we never really came here before. So just keep an eye out, make sure nothing nefarious takes place. And then he looks over to his Drake Umbra, who's actually a bit bigger now since they're level up. And it will say, I need you to fly around, keep an eye out on things, and make sure if you hear anything or see anything, alarm us, give us a heads up. Yeah, and they'll send Umbra to fly around, and they'll continue moving forward.
Okay. As you guys push forward, you find that this ravine is absolutely massive. You see that there are sections of the cave that kind of come up around you, almost as if you're walking in between the rib cage of a large creature. And as you move forward, you see moss, glowing moss growing all around you, giving the entire ravine almost an ethereal glow that takes some time to get used to, especially for those of you without dark vision.
So everyone has dark vision now, I think.
Well, without
the
natural
goggles?
dark vision. Without natural
Okay.
dark vision, it still feels weird. It looks weird to you.
Okay.
And as you move forward, you come across what looks to be like a small forest. A stream of water seems to cut directly down it, but the trees almost seem to be this kind of long and sinewy, dark, vine-like material. They're still stiff like trees, but portions of it seem like it is spongier than normal.
And can I make because again, I'm pretty familiar with the underground. Can I make like a history check or nature check to see what this may be?
What exactly are you trying to find out? Just what the forest is, or what the trees are
Yeah,
made of?
it was more like what the trees are made of. Since it seems like it's a bit these type of trees we really haven't seen in the surface world before. So I'm presuming this is something more underground base, underdark base.
Sure. Roll a survival or nature check.
Definitely survival. I'll definitely do survival. Wait. Oh, another 18. Holy crap. Thank you for all these 18. That is 36.
You know that these trees are a type of moss. Moss. It is you aren't sure what the name is, but it is unique to the Underdark. And the moss itself is pretty harmless. It can be used to make vessels for like sailing that are very good. It could even be, you also know that it can be used for make some bandages on occasion, because it is very good at absorbing liquid without like breaking down, though it does kind of feel weird to touch. You also know that they can attract larger creatures to the forest, including moths and things like that. That's about it.
All right. So they'll keep that in mind. Nothing to really alarm the others about, though they will keep an eye out for any type of creatures that may find these type of moths their home. And yeah, keep moving forward.
You better believe it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are there any conversations you all wish to have as you travel?
I've never seen anything like that.
It's very unique. It's pretty specific to the Underdark. These trees can be used for bandages and such, but they're also used for a home for some creatures as well. So you just have to keep an eye out to make sure nothing attempts to attack us that resides at this location. But this ravine itself has been very different, so I kind of assume we all have been having an eyes out approach just entering this location. So nothing extra to be concerned about besides just doing our due diligence to make sure we're not surprised by anything.
I hope friend Dio marks this off on the map.
Hmm.
That could be good material for us should we need to get more people onto our new island.
It's true. Agreed. Yeah, we have to make our way. Make our way.
Mhm.
Roll a perception check for your Drake friend.
Oh, okay. For the Drake. All right, they do not have as good perception as I do. 1 second.
I spotted you from across the road.
Oh, that is not as good. A 10.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You all continue forward. And you make it deeper and deeper into this ravine, and you find the gentle flowing of the river begins to kind of take on a more ethereal feeling to it. It becomes a bit creepier to move and to listen to, as the sound kind of reverberating off of each of the walls distorts it just a bit. Can I have both of the rangers make survival checks, please?
Okay.
Okay. 19.
Oh, that's much better. What's my spread? I think it's a +8. Yep, 22.
That's good.
It's difficult, but you've realized that you all have made your way into what is most likely the territory of some sort of creature. You've seen kind of signs of other beings, trees that are kind of toppled over or broken in certain spaces, but you aren't sure what it is, which is what's kind of made it harder for you to determine what you all want to do.
They will speak that over the intercom and say, so this definitely appears to be a home to a creature. I kind of assume that may be the case. You may wish to approach this a bit more stealthy so we can be able to bypass. I do not wish to do battle with someone who has taken this location as their home. Does everyone agree with this approach?
If we could get away with it, friend, and there's no other way around it.
Yes, I agree. I really don't want to run into another worm.
I don't think the worm will take account to this. If this was the worm's territory, we would see a lot more hidden treasure around.
You never know with worms.
All right. In that case, we'll go a bit more stealthy.
Oh boy.
Make
Here we
me
go.
some stealth checks.
We all got.
Including-
Well, oh, we're using our again. We use the our stealth roll or the stealth roll of the cart. I keep forgetting that. Bye.
I shall allow you to use your own stealth rolls.
Yay! Thank
Reagan
you.
and roll good stealth, please.
And
23.
Dio will cast the one spell that makes stealth better.
Pass without trace.
That
So
one.
plus 10 or something.
+10? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
what is-
then
let's
that
pass
makes
without-
this a
Let's pass
33.
without trace,
Yeah.
right?
Thank you. I
30.
needed it because I rolled a 12, so that'll make it a 22.
It's okay. I rolled a 5, so I only had a 15. So that's 25 then.
32.
Just be like, shh.
So 33, 32, 25, and 20. What was yours, Reagan?
22.
Successes and 2 failures.
What is this thing?
Roll for the Drake as well.
Oh. The Drake is not as built for stealth as I am, but okay. Oh, they got a +1 stealth dexterity.
Does the Drake benefit from pass without a trace?
No,
Yeah,
it's
close
not
to
close
set.
enough. It's not close enough. Unless you would have kept the Drake close by.
No, they weren't supposed to be fly. Well, there's no way for them to make it. If we're
Axel's
doing
distracted, he's drinking something or
if a Drake, if someone rolled a 25 and that was considered a fail, the Drake is it possible for the Drake to make it because the highest the Drake can roll will be a 21. They don't have proficiency in stealth.
As you all are traveling, Aspian, you realize you don't have a connection to Umbra anymore. It's just gone.
Umbra? Go look around at those speakers of the intercom. Something is wrong. I don't feel connected to Umbra anymore. There's something definitely out there.
Can you make out anything, friend?
Do I see anything?
You can try to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Really? Is this like an underground forest we're walking through right now?
Reagan's going for the Eldritch
Yeah,
Sight.
kind of.
You said disadvantage? Thank you.
Anything on Eldritch Sight?
My first roll was a 19. You damn bad. Well,
Hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah. Second roll is still a 12, so that'd be a 12 plus 9, 21.
You don't see anything.
Damn it, I almost had a freaking 28.
Nothing on Detect Magic?
No.
Divine Sense.
What does divine sense again?
What is it? It's pretty much Fiend, Undead, Celestial. Yeah,
True.
that's just the 3. Okay.
Primeval awareness. That gives you celestials, Fae, Fiend, Undead, aberrations, pretty much the entire gauntlet. Dragons. I think the only one that doesn't cover is monstrosities, I think.
Check. Don't sense anything.
Are you serious, dog?
What is this creature?
Is it a creature? Or is it just a natural phenomenon or something?
Who knows? Probably is a monstrosity, to be honest, I think. But I see. They're just like, we have to be very cautious and on our toes. And if they can't sense Umbra anymore, they're going to summon them again, using their they get one free one a day.
Reagan is summoning Greatsword. Greatsword out.
So they're going to have Umbra with them, but this time on the cart. And when when they bring Umbra back, they're going to ask them in Draconic, did you see anything? What did you see?
Roll me a perception check using the Umbra stance.
Okay. Not as good as perception as I am. Okay, but that's not as bad though. That is 16 plus 2, 18.
Nothing. You get the feeling of nothing. It was just blackness. And it was gone.
Yeah, I'm drawing blanks here. I guess we all just have to keep an eye out and see what's around. Everyone be on your guard. Something is definitely dangerous out there. Yeah, I guess we keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Stealthily.
Well, weapons at the ready.
Yep, weapons at the ready.
The day is beginning to reach its end, which means you all will have to determine where you will bed down for the evening. You all
Definitely not here.
You all can attempt to try and push through the ravine, but you will need to increase your movement speed to do so, and you will run a chance of gaining a point of exhaustion. Or you can continue moving at your current speed. Actually, no, you can either pick up your speed or move at your current speed and risk getting a point of exhaustion. Either one of those two things.
Wait, if we move
the other way around,
no, you can move faster.
Speed and exhaustion.
No. If you can move faster and attempt to get out in the same amount of time, or push further and get a point of exhaustion and deal with whatever happens.
Well, in that case, if they're already getting eaten up, they're going to suggest moving faster to the others. This is, I think, especially something happening to Umbra. Our presence is perhaps already well known here. I presume I recommended we pick up our pace, so therefore we could be able to get out of here in due time and not have to worry about sleeping in this ravine. Does that work with everyone?
I'm in, friend. They're not
Yes.
touching Nyquin or the lady.
Yes, I don't want to be here.
I understand that feeling now. Very well. Move forward. And then he picks up his pace and tries to go. We increase our speed to try to hurry up and get out of here.
All right. So you all pick up your speed and attempt to get away from whatever pursues you. The forest around you grows quiet, and then you all begin to hear this buzzing sound. And as you look above you, you see a small legion of these tiny insect-like creatures, maybe an inch or two long, with what looks to be like a long mandibles that begin to fly after you. Can I have all of you make a dexterity check to not be bitten by bugs?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this was the thing that was attacking? What?
You have no idea?
I mean, it's a
Check or
swarm, maybe.
saving throw.
That'd be a saving throw,
Safe.
right?
Save.
Yeah.
Yes, save.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 16.
22.
Oh,
Natural one.
dog, no.
Nailed it.
Sounds like somebody needs a critical failure.
No, that was too much happiness right there, fam. That was too much happiness for someone else's, someone else's device.
Axel slipped and fell into a swarm of beetles, flesh-eating beetles.
Synthetic 20 for me.
Get critical fail, critical fail, critical fail.
Nailed it.
Getting behind everything. Hold on. As you feel these bugs begin to get closer, you all attempt to move. Some of you decide to dug into the carts themselves, kind of using the wood of the actual carts to protect you. Axel, on the other hand, you are too slow, and you feel these mandibles begin to bite into your skin, and you begin to feel sick and weak from it. The next attack you make, you do not add your damage bonus to it.
Ooh.
Like damage bonus as in just your dex damage bonus, or
And Aspen,
all of it together.
oh wow.
Aspen is going to, in the meantime, cast
You also take
beast,
7 points of damage.
Ow.
Your cast is going to cast Summon Beast, a flying creature, just to have it at the ready to help protect us when someone does attack us. Hopefully,
Probably gonna hear Axel go, ow!
Reagan's going armor of Agathis.
All right. Layla, can I have you make me a perception check first?
whether haste the caves.
It's only a 14.
That
You have a
is
plus
not
8?
enough.
I do.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you do
Oh,
not see this
no.
coming.
Dang it.
You do not see this coming.
16.
How this goes for you? 16. Is that a 9? That's a 5. So 16 versus 15. As you are attempting to avoid the bugs, for a moment, the rest of you see this very large, this huge creature that's hard for you to really interpret. It's very long with a multicolored rainbow segmented body with 2 long rainbow colored wings, and its head looks like some sort of moth with long tentacles stretching from it, and in the center is almost the mouth of a beak. and this creature swoops down and attempts to rip Layla out of the cart that she's on. Layla is just able to pull herself free. Make me an acrobatics check, Layla, to avoid falling off of the cart as this thing comes flying by, attempting to pull you off, and you manage to pull away from it, but you are not securely onto the cart.
21.
Yeah.
You manage to take a knife and a dagger and kind of stab into the wood and use that to prevent yourself from falling off onto the stone ground. And the rest of you watch as this huge creature immediately begins to head further into the forest.
Can I still see it?
For the moment, yes.
Can you make me a wisdom 15 saving throw?
Get
Because I'm
Let's-
casting dissonant whispers on it to scare it off.
out of here.
Get out of here!
Yep.
Whispers.
What you say? You sound like you muted yourself. That sounds like her. Oh yeah, I know what that is. And that was a natural one. I don't know what you said. We
Your
can't hear you right
mother was a firefly!
This,
We can't hear you.
I dislike you.
All right. Did you mute yourself?
Oh dear.
No? Did
Oh, I
I?
see you
Uh-oh.
pulling the card out.
I dislike you.
Now we hear you. Now we hear you. Yes. Well, I can tell once I saw the F-bomb drop, I was like, oh, that can only be one thing. A beautiful, natural one. Karma comes back.
Mhm.
And he was, that joyous occasion that happened to Axel, he had to come back with a vengeance.
Unnatural one king is back.
Yeah, natural one king.
Reagan's here to influence.
Kneel before your natural one king.
Okay. All right, we will say it. The next attack will. Actually, say the creature doesn't get a bonus action next turn. That'll work.
It also
Alright,
has to move far
uh,
away from me as it can go.
It is moving away from you.
Good!
So,
Yippee.
oh wait, does that give the frightened condition? I forget.
On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature does not move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. It doesn't say.
Okay, so no frightening condition specifically.
It moves its full speed away from you as a reaction.
Good. It also takes 16 points of damage.
What are you all doing now?
I hope we can have it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we keep flying. We try to. Do we think that we can outrun this moth creature?
It was moving pretty fast. It was definitely moving faster than the carts themselves. But you don't know where it is now, so you don't know what will happen. But you gather it was definitely flying faster than the carts were moving.
We're
Not a
go-
lot faster at your fast speed, but still faster.
We won't be able to outrun this thing based upon the speed that it was able to travel. If it's able to make its way back, we're going to have to attempt to attack it from away from the carts in order to not damage the carts. My recommendation is we keep trying to dart forward, and if it catches up to us again, we attempt to attack it from away from the carts. Is that okay with everyone, or should we try to attack it now?
Question to DM. Can Reagan move from his cart over to where Layla is safely?
You could make an attempt.
I knew it.
Athletics acrobatics check. Ninja flip.
Your mom is welcome to try to do that.
I do not trust right now. I just don't trust right now. I have a plan. If they get really close to us, friend, I am prepared to do battle, but perhaps I can scare them off myself.
I will only recommend trying that one more time. Otherwise, they're just going to keep coming back to this cart. If they're able to get to us again in a pretty rapid pace, if we keep pushing them away, their speed is just too grand for this cart. But we could try, I guess.
Well, it's basically your plan. Like, you keep moving forward.
Mhm.
And if they get on us, we fighting.
Yeah, that's my guess. That's our best bet because already the creature was pushed their full flight speed away from us due to
Mhm.
dissonant whispers. So if they're able to catch up to us again, then most likely they're just too fast for the carts. Well, that's my guess.
Reagan's gonna put his helmet on.
Mhm.
You wish to keep your eyes out for this creature, please roll me a perception check.
Okay.
On it. On it.
On it. Oh, that's caught.
Layla is
Starring
very rattled and
everybody.
sees almost nothing with a natural 1 for some stupid reason.
No. Reagan got an
She
18.
is a rattled tiefling.
Fortunately for me, I'll definitely take up the front. My 18 plus 9 is a 27.
Ah, we're missing a Mr. Moon Whisper.
Yeah.
We good, Mom.
Did Axel just ask wish to roll?
See if he can actually see anything because he's been rolling great the rest of these. Oh, he got an 11.
Dog, no.
So,
Good
the
Lord.
creature rolled a
At least it
1.
wasn't a natural
The
1.
creature rolled another one. Yes.
Yeah, the creature
Yes.
rolled a 1. So you all
Yes.
definitely can very clearly see this creature approaching again. It is attempting. It is going. You can tell it is going to attempt another flyby on one of you. You aren't sure which.
It's fast enough to be able to catch up to us after his flight speed. Okay.
Definitely.
In that case, when Aspen calculates it, you pretty much just see that meme where you see the geometry and other mathematical equations just appearing in front of his head. And as he makes the calculation that there's no way for them to be able to escape it, they're going to speak into the intercom and says, "It's too quick. I'm going to fly off from the ship and attempt to catch his attention away. Not ship. We're going to fly off from the cart and attempt to catch his attention away from the cart. And then we could fly. And then we could attack from away from everyone else."
You saying keep going with the carts and then we'll catch up later?
No, I'm going because right now the cart is the biggest target. I wish to catch his attention, and we all can attack from away from the carts per se.
I'm gonna say this is all you're gonna have enough time to say.
That's
Well, the
fair.
creature's gonna attack while you're talking. Whichever one.
Okay. In that case, they're going to point to someone who's hopefully next to them to have them at least try to park the cart at a distance, and then that's what they're going to do. They're essentially going to baff out their wings, fly off into the air, and then just try to shoot at it from a distance to catch his attention. Get them essentially drive their attention away from the carts.
Oh, you are trying. Roll an intimidation check
Okay.
to get it to view you as more of a threat. So, what about the rest of you? What are you doing? You see this happen?
I see this thing coming. If I'm able to see this thing coming, I'm gonna take a shot at it because why not? This thing's attacking us. I shoot things that attack us.
Reagan's hexing it.
Oh, okay.
And you wanna
Oh
cast
yeah, I probably
Hex?
put Hunter's Mark on it. That'd be a good idea. I keep forgetting I have Hunter's Mark.
It's the first level hex.
Oh, I'm not. I should have been proficient. Okay. That would be synthetic 20.
Nice. Okay.
What happened?
And I have now acknowledged the roll.
Okay.
But what are the others? What rolls are they making?
Well, that's right. I got to pick the stat because
So I can. Oh, I put Hunter's Mark on it. There's no real roll for that.
No. So you're just. It's okay.
yeah.
So Hunter's Mark is available. I'll say you each will have enough time to do one thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Other than-
attack. It's my first attack, so I don't add any extra damage to it. Well, I don't add like none of the it's first attack in combat. So is it just the plus damage? I wouldn't add like sneak attack or Hunter's Mark damage or any of that. Okay.
No.
dang.
Dang. All right.
You don't get to add any bonuses to your first attack. Remember?
I know. I was
Oh.
being clear as to what they were. So, because bonuses are like the plus damage, not the other stuff. But if that's how it's set, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. Heavy crossbow hit 23 hit? No.
Okay, 23. What about you, Reagan and Layla?
I mean, I gotta still pick the stat. Go dexterity, because Reagan hexed it.
You okay? Layla.
I mean, do I get it?
We'll find out in a moment. A lot of things are happening. What is Layla doing? Or is
I
Layla just
needed
looking
it to
pretty?
make me another wisdom saving throw as she yells out, "You should fly away and never return," as I use suggestion on it.
Mm.
All right, that's actually pretty creative, honestly. So
Mhm.
this is what happens. Unfortunately for Aspid, you attempt to draw the creature's attention away from the cart, and you do succeed for a time. But that is when Axel and Reagan both attempt to attack it. I believe Reagan is only using what is it, hex, which doesn't
Mhm.
actually do damage, but actually
Correct.
shooting it
Until
with a
someone's hit.
bolt. Actually shooting it with a bolt does draw its attention back to the cart.
Ugh.
So, unfortunately, you are both very good at what you do. Just in this particular case, a wisdom save, you said? 18?
Damn it! Beat it by
Does
3.
not work.
Okay.
Now,
We
I
good?
need
We still got actions.
everyone on the cart to make me a save.
Dang
Make
it.
a
Let's do it.
wisdom
Okay.
save. As you all see this creature, it turns its focus towards Aspen for a moment before turning back towards the cart. And you see the creature disappear, but the image of its rainbow wings stays in place and they begin to beat. And you see a glittering of scales begin to blow towards you all. Aspen, you see the creature teleport in next to you. And, ooh, 13 is not good. 11 from
I rolled
Aspen,
a
high.
that's not good.
Do we roll any damage at all for the attacks, or?
No, not for those decks. Those are more.
Okay.
Those are going to be more like they're not going to count as official combat turns, so you will still get your first combat stuff from your class. This is more of a, I don't know, event, a cutscene. I don't know. It's not. It's not like a
Gotcha.
normal round
Just
of
enough to
combat.
piss him off. Gotcha. Yeah. Piss him off, get stunned by the prismatic, whatever the hell's going on. You know.
Layla, did
the
you
usual.
roll?
I rolled a 7.
Oh, good.
SOS.
Somebody lower than me.
Reagan, what did you roll?
13. 9 plus 4.
The whole party's just paralyzed.
So everybody rolled underneath a 16.
Oh, happy
I
day.
recall.
Oh, happy day.
Well-
So this is going to be an interesting place to end our adventure.
That
Aspen,
Rude.
you watch as this cloud of glittering scales washes over your companions, and one by one, they all drop unconscious. And you see Dio and Dewdrop make their way up and begin to cast a spell, only for them to cloak themselves in some sort of magic to shield themselves from the effect of this, as Axel, Layla, and Reagan drop to 0 hit points.
Okay. I was about to say, it's not a sleep effect, I hope.
Excuse
not.
me?
Not a
Drop
we
sleep.
to
will
0
find out.
hit points.
It's not a
And
sleep
we-
effect, I hope.
It is not sleep. It's
Okay.
definitely not a sleep effect.
Oh, not if you're 0 hit
However,
points. That's definitely not sleep.
I mean, that'll
and
put
we
you
will
to sleep.
find out. Well, I guess it depends on how liberal we're being with the concept of sleep. But we will find out what happens next time,
Excuse
next
me?
week, as we discover just what has happened to our wonderful party here.
Rainbow rocks fall, everybody dies.
And hopefully next week we will have the full party because I think they're gonna need all of the assistance they can get.
I need a little help.
But for now,
SOS.
let us reintroduce ourselves to you, and we're gonna start with Sir Monolith.
I'm Sir Monolith, or at Sir Monolith on Twitter, or Axel here, or well, I mean it's maybe dead too. We'll see next week. You can find me tomorrow night over here on Ree's channel. We're gonna see if anything fun happens at the end of this season of The Price of Power. So check that out too. Same time, same place. And other than that, you can find me on Sunday afternoons on the Bear Pen doing the Blow in the Bayou thing.
Right. Next up, Small Shadow Snack.
Hi, I am Ari. I am currently playing Layla, but next episode you might meet her twin sister. But yeah, follow me on Small Shadow Stack for any projects or any other possum related shenanigery I get up to online.
All right. Next up, Earthmaker.
Everything I said earlier, y'all already know, and catch me here tomorrow, where I might have not one but two characters dying on The Price of Power. But yeah, that's me. Next caller.
Right, last but certainly not least, Kira.
So hi, I played Aspen, and for those who are interested in the will they, won't they for Layla, you have your answer. It's a won't they, as Layla has been sent to the afterlife. If you want to send out hate mail to Ree for your favorite ship, go ahead and follow him on Twitter. And just do it. And the hashtag bring them back to life. You of course can be able to find all of our projects at twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We have, of course, our Marvels, the new Vanguard campaign that comes out every Wednesday. So make sure to check us out there. We have a fantastic cast, great guest stars, and more. You can also be able to find me starting in the middle of September on Greater Restoration, where I'm playing within the Expanse TV show. Not in the TV show, but a TTRPG dedicated to the Expanse TV show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Super excited about that. Of course, you'll be able to find me in many of the other shows around here, including a couple of shows on the Bear Pen. As well as a few upcoming new projects that we come up. You know what? Just if you want to find out everything that I'm getting involved with, make sure to follow us on Twitter at TheKira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. And that's me.
Right. All right. Be sure to join us tomorrow night where we wrap up The Price of Power RV5 Chronicle. Keep your eyes peeled to Twitter because there should be an announcement about the next upcoming show for this channel where we get to explore a different facet of the world of darkness. And let's see. Oh, be sure to check out our Patreon now to find out what happens in the after shows as well. You could find the link right over to my right, I think, from your perspective, from my right. And feel free to join and support us in any way you can. With that, our story has come to its end. We are going to see if we can raid anybody tonight, and I'll see you next Sunday where we discover just what happened to our party.
So what do you think, Ursa? I should make him like a wizard?
Dog, why not? You see